Hello everybody, Corn here and welcome to my channel. We're back up in the craft room and Handsome is out mowing the lawn for most of our married life. I was the one that did that and he was always the one that did the trim work, you know, with the trimmer and then blow the, yard debris away. He did that part and I did the mowing. But for the last couple of years, he's been doing it all. So I was taking a break from, remember, I'm doing a little bit reorganized, but more than anything, just going through every single craft item I have. If I haven't used it for a while, I'm donating it because I just don't think it's right if it's just sitting here not getting any use and somebody could enjoy it, you know. So I'm taking a break from that because remember yesterday when Handsome chose the winner to the Swan accordion small journal? Well, I wanted to add a few things to it and I had them sitting on my desk and I told myself, keep going, because it's like Heather said, if you keep going and you're in that mindset of you're not going to use this, donate it. You know what I mean? Instead of, oh yes I will, oh yes I will, oh no, I don't know about that. I might need it next year, you know. So if you're in that mindset, keep going. But so, and I did, and then I thought, you know, get up there in that craft room, take a break and just do what you want to do to get those other items to the winner, who is Gina. And like I said, she's new to my channel, and you all know I usually have a few other little goodies with a handmade item, you know, because that's my thing. I don't always, but I try to. And so came back up here while Handsome's mowing, and there's a little mini file folder. Remember those of you who voted for the, voted for this seam binding to go on the journal. So I thought, well, I will put it to close our little mini file folder here, and you take this off, and inside I did go ahead and stencil down the center of it with my, yes, I always talk about it, I hope it doesn't have too much of a glare on it, my Tim Holtz stencil, the lace one. This is my favorite stencil ever, and I do have other ones, and I really did look to see if they would look good, but this is so small, that one looked best on here. She does get a few pieces of, this is from the Punch Studio, a few pieces of like note paper, a tiny one, with the swan on it. She gets this one that I fussy cut out of a free print online, and this one I did the same too. Boy, was this one fun to do, all those feathers. And then she also gets this little die cut of the swan in the middle. And okay, and that's my husband saying go ahead and eat dinner without him, but I'm not going to. And or I might after we finish this. I think all I'm eating is peaches for dinner anyway, so we try to have really super light dinners, you know. So if you heard him yelling that up the stairs, he came in to tell me that. He says he's got another hour of work out there. So I did this. I also did this little coin envelope. I messed up my scoring because what I wanted this to hold was what's on the outside of the cover is these guys. She gets all of them. I took this right out of the package, but I wanted to make it prettier. you know, presentation. So the little swan, I just tied a little satin bow around her. Oh yeah, I put this down where her little beak is. And since it's the Maggie Holmes, is it carousel? Paper, it has to, I wanted it to be in this direction. So on the back, when I made a mistake, I went it, because you know my seam, or at least my seam, is usually in the center, and since I made a mistake, I went ahead and under this flap I put some lace, and then I didn't like the way that was looking, you know what I mean? I didn't think it looked finished, so then I put this bling here. And like I said, this is what's included on the inside. I thought she might find that fun. And then here, I made this envelope, and I wanted to make a belly band that, you know, has this color and the green. And so this was only, I think, a 6x6 paper. So I don't normally do this. But I had to go ahead and splice it together here. And this is normal for me to have it spliced here, but here. And I thought I'm going to get away with it because this is going to be there. And then behind that, I'll cut this. And it's going to be here, you know. This is going to be here. And I might do something a little different, but that's where what I'm leaning towards right now. And did I even show you guys what was inside? So, and then she's going to get the swan resin charms. Oh, whoops. I'm a little discombobulated, can you tell today? I always, whenever Handsome, he doesn't know I'm filming, so whenever he interrupts me, I'm like, my, you know, I lose my train of thought, and I already say enough times. I tell you. You know, if somebody puts on my videos and then has a drinking game every time I say they'd be inebriated after what, 3 minutes? So anywho, that's what this is looking like. And I think you all already know, when you make your own envelopes to fit something, I had to measure what's going inside first and use it as a card in my measurements for the envelope punch. And then before I glued it, I put the piece in because, see, it's pretty thick. And so before I glued my envelope together, I went ahead and put that piece in because I knew it would have to come, you know, the paper would have to come up on the sides. So that's how this is starting to look. I'm not sure. I want these flowers in here somehow, but I don't know if that's going to go too. Do y'all do that? I'm like, I'm going to put it there just in case I can use them because I want to use them. So we've got these 3 items, getting 2 completed and then 1 getting in the process of finishing. And I didn't write anything. I know that I liked the little lace stencil there, but I thought she could either put swan or whatever she wants to put there. And let me get these out of the way. Oh, no, we're still going. And then I made this envelope, and then she's going to get this Maggie Holmes chipboard piece. And guys, I don't remember where I got this. Isn't that precious? I think it was a cut apart, but I'm serious, I don't remember. Then she'll have the Maggie Holmes chipboard if she doesn't already have it. And if she already has it, she might want another one, or she might want to give that to someone else. And then, remember when I did the video where I made these guys? I know this is going to end up super flat, but I thought that might be cute there. So, still working on it because, you know, it hasn't been shipped yet, so. Here's another reason I wanted to show you what I'm doing. And I also wanted, you going to think Corn has lost her noodles. But have you all ever gone to a thrift store and you weren't in the craft section, you were in the ladies' tops section, and you frequent this thrift store because they have really nice nice clothing, because there are some people in that area who have money and they donate really, really nice clothes that look wonderful. Well, this is an older piece, but I've already started ripping it, but I thought you all might want to come along and say, what is she talking about? What's she doing? This is a blouse, and it's a villager blouse, and yes, it's an XL, and yes, it's 100% cotton. And I saw this baby, and I have had this a year and a, oh, it's over a year and a half, almost 2 years, and I had forgotten that Villagers design team puts the darts so that it accentuates your waist. So I was just ripping away because I love to use this for crafting. And you see what's so wonderful? Not only does it have these pink roses, let me get as close as I can, but it also has these little flowers in the background, which are well, the leaves themselves are like craft paper. Seriously, let me see. Almost the exact color of craft paper. And then this is almost like just a lighter shade of that. Excuse me, those flowers are, which is perfect for vintage. So, what I do, I don't know if you all do this or not, but what I do is I like the buttons too, because you know, Villager is going to put the good buttons on. I don't even know if they make Villager anymore, but they used to, and they were very nice. See how nice this is? I'm pretty sure that looks like shell, doesn't it? But I'll remove all the buttons to use, and as you see, you know, they're not going to be difficult to remove, you know, because these buttons were sewn to be easy, you know, for the owner to close their blouse easily. So see how lovely they are. So I will cut all of those off. But what I've been doing, let me see if you can see this section, is just ripping it. When I hit those darts though, you all are gonna laugh. I've got to keep it, let me see, I've got to keep it. Let's see if I can move the camera just a little bit. Guys, sorry for all this. Like I said, it's been interesting, and you all would laugh. I'm going to show you what I'm wearing because I'm working. I'm wearing an old t-shirt. Look at the paint. It's been washed many times. The paint's still there. There's See, I told on myself. She put on, at least I put on jewelry. I wasn't even going to do that, y'all, but at least tried. But see, this is one panel I got on the front. And I'm not going to save that, although somehow that would be cute, wouldn't it, with these buttonholes, you know what I mean, to somehow do something where that's the closure on a journal or something. That, you know what I'm saying? That might be fun. I might save that. So in order to do that, you all probably already know that, but if you're like Corn, I don't go looking for fabric at thrift stores and clothing. But especially, guys, this is 100% cotton. And it's just, you know what I mean? It's so precious. I just think it's darling, and I thought you all might want to come along. So all I'm doing is just starting a little spot here. And I found that with this particular top, it wants to, even if I, you know, put a little snip here, it wants to go all the way down to the seam, you know. So that will be thrown in the trash. No recycling on that or anything, but I don't know. I might have talked myself into seeing if I could put this somehow, close a journal with it. So I'm going to go ahead and save this too. I might use it, might not, but if I don't hold on to it, I'm going to be mad if I figured out a way. So far, guys, we've got this piece, and that's doubled over. We got this one, and this is doubled over as well. And you can go shabby chic with this or vintage. You can do either or. Or you can also do like if you're doing like a little quilt where it looks like a quilt on the front of a card or a journal or something, you can use this. And then this is from the sleeves. And it is long sleeves. So I won't bore you to tears with doing this the whole way. But I just thought if you ever are in a thrift store and you've left the fabric section, where if you're like me, most of the fabric sections in your thrift stores are not so great because wonderful people who quilt, these crafters who make the most beautiful quilts ever, will grab the curtains, which I'm also do that. We'll grab the sheets, which I also do that for crafting, and use them in their quilts. You know, if someone is taking good care, you know, of them and they're in great shape, all you do is wash them and ready to roll. And like I said, get the seams out and stuff. Like I said, I had no idea the little darling darts that they had put for a waist. So since I don't want that, then I'm just going to go right beside it and rip it. And of course, when you do that, there's your wonderful little shabby edge, you know, and you're going to have some threads from doing this, because to be real honest, there are some people out there who would say, Corn, stop ripping it, because you do kind of mess with the fibers a little bit. But oh, there's that dart. I like that edge, and I'm also one who tries to make it even shabbier by picking the threads out even more so, you know. I don't always use it, but like 99% of the time I do. So I need to go here because of that dart. But you all, if you rethink how you want, you know, like I said, a darling piece of fabric like this, that I don't really know how old this top is. I really don't. But like I said, I don't even know if Villager is still around. I personally don't know. But how, because I never could afford it at retail prices. How precious is that? You know, it is just precious. And so next time, if you're at the thrift store, if you do that, some people don't like thrift stores, but if you do, you might find something that for like, I think this was $2, pretty sure. Oh, now see, this is the sleeve, and it only let me do that. Okay. I was aiming to do something else, and it said no. So, but look at this wonderful piece right there. How many projects could you do with that? You know what I mean? Just a small little piece like that. You could do some great ephemera. And like I said, I'm one who keeps pulling the threads. I'm like, oh yeah. And I could go on and on and on, and I think I'd put you sound asleep. And it might get to the point, because especially since we're dealing with the sleeve, and because of cutting on the bias and all this good stuff, you might have to just take your scissors and go around and sometimes that wonderful shabby chic end, because of the bias, cutting on the bias, is not going to be there. But what you can do, if you want a fun, is get out your pink and shears, you know, and just go that way, you know, do like so. See, that's fun. So I just thought we'd get together. I thought it might be fun to do something like this, and at the same time maybe talk a little bit. Do want to let you know while we're here, you might want to, if you have time, check out Mimi is having a collab where they're working on shabby chic journals. And you know, Melissa's so sweet. You know, you get a toothache. No, I'm just kidding. Because she's so sweet. No, I don't get anything. She makes me smile and she makes me feel good. She is doing lives once a week where she's actually creating these journals. Certain parts of them on, you know, live with y'all, hoping that anybody that comes by, oh, let me not do that since I'm yapping. Anybody that comes by can craft right along with her. And here's the thing, if you all do have time to visit her, I think you will love her lives, because she makes you feel extremely welcome. I mean extremely welcome. You know? Now look what I got. Now see, not only am I going to get lots of wonderful fabric that's just yummy, and I'll also get a pocket, guys. Do you all ever remember? I don't know if you remember this. Sometimes several times when I make like altered file folders or what have you, if I'm going cute instead of serious or vintage or shabby chic or whatever, I will put a pocket on the front of it, and not like a paper pocket, but one of these. So I even have a pocket, I have my buttons, I have, oh, so much fabric, guys. Look at all this fabric. Do you all think that's pretty, or is that just me? I think it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And like I said, it looks so vintage and shabby chic together. It looks like they got married. I think it's so pretty. And one other thing, oh no, I was looking on the cuffs to see if there was a if I had several buttons on the cuffs, but nope, not gonna get that. But check out how nice this is. Look at the stitching on that. I know it's professional, but still, I've gotten some tops where my where the stitching didn't look that nice. Look at that. Oh my word, it's perfect. I might have to do something with the cuffs too. But let me ask real quick and see what you guys think. I have brought this subject up before, and I don't want to get too dramatic with this, because I had just written to Melissa an email message letting her know that, on my channel, I'm not into the drama. That's not my thing. But this, I guess what I'm going to ask you all is going to sound kind of dramatic. So I said, Corn, did you have to eat your words? But remember, corn, when you eat corn, it's delicious. No, I'm just kidding. Anywho, in case you're wondering why I'm cutting this instead, because if I do use this, then I will put this like so, you know. And then I will glue it so that this will have to go down to Hello Fabri-Tac. And then this pocket will be available to put goodies in, you know. That would be cute on a card too. Put a real pocket. Here's my question. Have you all ever had a giveaway and you worked hard on it? Now when it comes to a hidden giveaway, people don't even know they're entered, so that's a different ball game. But I mean, when you work hard on a giveaway, because even if it's not a handmade and it's a store-bought one, you're still out there getting it, you're preparing it. Most people, a lot of people, when I can't always do it, but when I can, I try to wrap the things, and you know what I mean. You work really hard, and since one of the things that all of us ask is you be a subscriber, and then you have the giveaway, and that day that the winner is announced, within a couple of hours, you lose quite a few subscribers. And yes, they were new. I'm a new subscriber, and or you don't even get that. They enter it, and then as soon as they see that they don't win, then they unsubscribe. And I know that's the way of the world, and with certain people, I know that. I don't think it, I know it. But answer this question for me, guys. If you have the time, if you have a chance, does that bother you? Because there is a crafter here recently had a giveaway, and when she was just announcing her giveaway, she said, if you're going to unsubscribe right after, please don't enter. And I thought, oh my mercy, how many people out there have this happen? And like I said, I've mentioned this before, and I asked Handsome, I said, what's going on? I don't understand. And he said, hun, what's happening is there are people on YouTube who are there just for something free. They couldn't give a rat's behind about channels or what they have to share or what they, back and forth. They're just there to get something free, and then that's that. And I said, well, why unsubscribe right away? And he said, because they are entered in so many giveaways. And remember, so many of us say you have 2 days, 1 day, 24 hours, to respond. He said they have to keep an eye on if they do win. You know what I mean? How soon to get a hold of you in the comments. And so if they see, oh, my name isn't called, then unsubscribe, because then you'll just be one less person your channel will just be one less channel that they have to keep track of. Does that make any sense? And so I was like, oh, okay. I've also had quite a few, and I mean, over the past several years, lots and lots of people who win something from me, and they may not unsubscribe right away, but they never ever comment again or say anything again or anything like that until another giveaway, or they just never ever contact me again. Does that ever happen to you guys too? And I know it's the way of the world. I mean, good Lord, I'm 66. I'm not, I'm not this little innocent. But I guess, bringing this up again, I think because it's a shared experience, sometimes even though it doesn't feel so good, it's still a shared experience. It makes you feel a little better to say, I mean, I don't want anybody else to experience it. I'll be honest with you. I don't want anybody else to. I want everybody's giveaways and challenges and everything to go beautifully, and and swaps and everything like that. I can't say that's always been the case for me, but I know there are some paper crafters who say it's been nothing but positive for them, and I'm seriously, I'm not jealous. I'm maybe a tiny bit envious, but very, very proud and happy for the guys, for everyone who's only had positive experiences. I think that's wonderful. But like I said, again, if you've stayed this long to hear me yappity yap, and if you're shaking your head yes, like, oh yeah, that happens, because I have had, when I brought this up before, I have had quite a few people say, oh yeah, that happens to me all the time, and I don't like it. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do about it. But if you all, since it's a shared experience, if you all could let me know, even if you've never had it happen to you before, you can let me know that too. Like I said, I won't be jealous. Little tiny drop envious, but I won't be jelly. And I just wanted to come up here because I did want to show you a few other things I wanted to do with the Swan Journal, and also I wanted to show you all that you can look in, not only in, the sheets and the pillowcases and the hankies, especially the vintage hankies, yum, and usually a small fabric section. Sometimes they're big fabric sections in the Goodwill sometimes, but if there's nothing there that you want, you can go by and look. Sometimes the gentlemen's dress shirts are nice too, all cotton. You can get that too. I'm going to say something that's going to sound stinky, and I shouldn't say it, but I am. But with the guys' shirts, you might have to cut away a few more items, and that you may not get as much fabric as you want. My beloved wears, he makes sure he does not dine or eat in his dress shirts. He's like, no. And if he is at work, in the office, then he'll make sure he's covered, you know what I mean, in something that he doesn't care about. And it's not that he's sloppy, it's just to think about it. Sometimes they go out for certain meals that, that the meal itself is sloppy. It may be like a wrap, and you bite into that wrap and it just goes bloop. So, but you can look at clothing in thrift stores, and you might enjoy. So here's me rambling on and on. I guess wanting a little feedback and letting you guys know that it can be so much fun to go on the hunt for fabric in places you would think, nah, I'm not looking there for something for crafting. You just might find the very thing you want. And I'm going to stand up and, oh my goodness, 33 minutes. Guys, thank you for staying this long. It's super sweet of you. It really is. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, a wonderful afternoon, or a wonderful evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care, darlings.